A very good evening to you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jetstream TV. This evening we are going to be taking a flight from Manises, Valencia, on the east coast of Spain. A relocation flight with British Airways down to Malaga, Lima Echo Mike Golf. An aircraft required down at Malaga to ferry some passengers back to Gatwick due to a technical issue with an aircraft not being able to depart to London. So we have a few passengers. We're on a stopover here at Valencia. A few passengers still on board, so we're going to be taking off very soon, getting this aircraft down to Malaga so that a fresh crew can come on board and then take the passengers awaiting this aircraft back to London, where they should have been about an hour ago. So without further ado, let's get into this very, very quickly. So our departure, Lima Echo Victor Charlie, Manises, Valencia, at gate 6 Bravo, very close to the departing runway. Excuse me. At Valencia, and then our route takes us, bear with me a second, let's just check the assigned altitude for the flight today. 40,000 feet is the cruise. That's great. That's all good. Should be in the FMC, but we'll check that in a moment. Okay, so we are taking a southwesterly route then today. Castle of Almansa off to our left hand side just after departure. Coming down a number of waypoints: Pobos, Zibar, yes, that's interesting. Mamis, Bazas. Turning left at Vibas, flying directly down over the province of Granada, out over the Mediterranean Ocean at Omuka, and then doing a zigzag approach, Mike Golf 733, and so on, into Malaga, where we'll be landing on runway 31. Flight time today, approximately 55 minutes, so without further ado, let's get down onto the apron at stand 6 Bravo in Valencia and get the aircraft all set up. Fingers crossed this aircraft has got all of the views set up, that's why I had to reset the flight. So without further ado, let's go. Current time is 3 minutes to 6 PM. As you may or may not know, the Airbus A318 is also nicknamed the Baby Bus. British Airways revived the Speedbird 1 call sign on its flights from London to New York on the A318CJ. British Airways, yeah, that's all good and done. Today's call sign, Speedbird 1802 for our flight down to Malaga today. Weather's currently very, very nice indeed. As you can see, there is our ride, the Airbus A318-100CJ CFM Legacy. Let's see if the views are configured on this aircraft. If not, we're just going to have to set them up really, really quick. It might be a nice part of the video. If you're interested, great. Okay, cold and dark in the cockpit. Let's see if we... Oh, we've got views. We've got views. Yes, we're in the right aircraft. Fantastic. First things first, let's pop outside. When we fire up the engines, I want to see the turbines rotating. So a little fly down here and check out all of the sun glistening on the edge of beautiful engines that we've got here. Let's just, let's see. Right, so the wind... The subtle wind blowing in from the east is just making the turbines turn now. So if we hit the electrics and the start switches in the cockpit, there we go. Engine spinning. Engines are on. Fantastic. Good start. Everything in the cockpit. I don't know what's going on with that view. That's interesting. There we go. Let's look where we're supposed to be going, shall we? Okay, just waiting now for everything to start up. Get the PFDs correctly configured and the brightness on these. ND range, we'll flick that up for the flight plan. Just waiting for everything to populate. We are cruising at 40,000 feet today. Initial climb out will go up to, we're on the evens, aren't we, because we're heading southwest. So that'll be an even number, so we will go with 16,000 feet initially on the climb out with a vertical speed rate of 2,500, which is my preferred rate of climb. Altitude set, vertical speed set. HDG map not available. I wonder why. Why not? What's going on with that? Okay, let's check the flight plan. Yeah, we have the flight plan in there. We'll run through that quickly. We are at Manisas, Valencia, Lima Echo, Victor Charlie. Then heading direct Serra, Astro, Pobos, Zibar, yes, Mamis, left turn at Bassas, down through Granada, Vibas, Umuca, Mike Golf 733, Eneco, Mike Golf 721, Dudek, Mike Golf 719, 723, 727, 731, 735, deceleration, Mike Golf 630, Mike Golf 626, 622, Razid, Mike Lima Golf 11, 6320, and then down to the runway at Malaga, Lima Echo Mike Golf for runway 31 on a VOR DME arrival. Let's just pop back through these altitudes that it's showing here, just make sure that everything's okay for the departure. Bassas, yeah, so we'll be in the cruise well before Bassas, and then we'll begin our descent from between Bassas and Vibas. As you can see there, we need to be at 29,000 feet by Vibas, so our descent will be just after Bassas today on the way down to Malaga. Okay, so flight plan is sorted. Let's just go back up here now from Valencia. Okay, everything's all sorted, flight plan is in place. I really don't understand why it's not showing anything on the PFD. Very interesting. Right, let's have a look outside the aircraft. So we do need a push back here. I'm not going to bother with catering and everything today. We just need a push straight back. Sun is about to set, we need to get in the sky. Right, let's get straight to ground. Ground services, requesting pushback, and steer to the left, should do us. We like to pop into the showcase cam while stuff like this is taking place. Let's see what's going on around the aircraft. Hello mate, how are you doing? Right, the tug should be connecting now to the aircraft, which it is. Engines are turning, everything is set. Get the push back underway. What's he waiting for? Christmas? Do you want to take us back or not? Push straight back, we'll try that. Oh, parking brake would help, wouldn't it? Sorry guys, bear with me, let me go back into the cockpit. There we go, parking brake off. And pushback is taking place. And we will, okay, so that's our pushback complete. Ready for taxi. Oh, I thought we had passengers on board today. No, we don't. It is an empty flight. That's interesting. Not an issue at all. Okay, let's get going before that sun goes down. We don't want this flight in darkness. We need to be chasing that sunset on our way out. 12 minutes into the stream now. It's time we got underway. So switch the views back. Cockpit view. Ready to go. I don't understand why it's not showing anything. Let's get the flaps in takeoff position. Okay, let's get out to the runway. I'd be gutted if them PFDs don't work. We need that to reference what's going on with the flight en route. HDG not available. What is going on? What it is, let's just get off the ground and go flying. Speedbird 1802 ready for takeoff. Rolling. V1, rotate, just through V2, gears coming up, autopilot's going in. Bring the flaps back. Check our flight plan. Yeah, we're just going to have to check the flight plan like this. For some reason the PFD doesn't seem to be working. We can figure out where we're going, distances, etc. So we're heading direct Serra now. It's around about 35 nautical miles away on the south-westerly track. As we leave Valencia. The city of Valencia is actually over this way. See it off in the distance there. So depart out from Manises. I'd love to know why that PFD isn't working. I really would. We'll figure it out. There we go. Oh no, yeah. HDG map not available. That is so weird. Anyway, it is what it is. We can see our waypoints anyway, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, heading direct Serra now, 13.7 nautical miles inbound. It's not giving us any altitude readings at all. That's weird, why isn't that working? Very, very weird. Anyway, climbing up to 16,000 initially, 2,500 feet per minute. Chasing that sunset down to the south coast of Spain this evening, down to Malaga. Very weird. Why is that not working? We're going to have to go off the old barometric displays to give us the information we need. Well, it makes it interesting. Technical issue with the PFDs. One of them things. We're in the air, we're flying, everybody's safe. Let's keep it that way. Let's get up to our cruise of 40,000. Let's not mess about here today. Let's get up in the cruise and then figure out the descent properly without the PFDs working. This is a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Should be made for a beautiful arrival into Malaga. Right, let's get up to 40,000. Let's not mess about. $2,600 on the rate of ascent. Got a 38 knot crosswind, 324 right now, 6.7 nautical miles inbound to Serra. And we should just be reaching the top of the climb as we have just passed the waypoint Astro. What you tend to find as you're flying through central Spain to the eastern side of Spain, heading inland, is you do get some wonderfully beautiful mountainous scenery, as you can see off to our right hand side of the aircraft right now. And even better from the left hand side. Just double check that we're going up at the rate that we need to be. Don't understand why that's HDG map's not working. Anybody out there with Flight Simulator 2020 and they have this aircraft, the A318 100 CJ, CFM. Could you let me know in the comments please as to why the PFD isn't working properly? Is there something I've not switched on? Try the control E again, see if that works, or is it going to shut the engines off? Yeah, we're getting that nose up now. Let's get this rate of climb up. Let's get up to 40,000. So what are we doing speed wise? We're checking on the old style display here, because the PFD for some reason is not working. We don't have any altitude or speed displayed here, which is very, very strange. I've never had that before. Nav Accor upgrade. What? Let's just check the FMC. See, there's nothing wrong with the flight plan either. What's going on there? It's weird. Don't know why we're right in. I tell you what we'll do. We'll have a walk down the aircraft into the cockpit and reposition the camera and set up a new camera point. Plush cabin here. Have a look at one of the screens. Welcome aboard. High Life Entertainment is now available for you to enjoy. Press start to begin. Thank you very much. I might just do that in a little while. Make sure the flaps are fully up. Yes, they are. Let's have a look around the galley here. Everything's all logoed up with the British Airways information. 318 diagram there. Crew only. It's a good job I'm part of the crew, isn't it? Oh, that's a nice view, don't you know? Now, I think the view we want now is this one. Want a nice cockpit view for arrival. Zoom in a little bit. That gives us the nose view. That we need. That should do us nicely. That's the new view saved. Just in case you want to know how to save views in Flight Simulator, ladies and gents, you literally get the view, the camera in the position where you need it to be. You select the numbers on a keyboard, so I have a USB keyboard plugged in here as well, and you've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 along with the top of the keyboard. You literally hold Control Alt and press the number of your choice, and it will save that view to that binding. When you want to switch to it, so Control Alt and the number, let's say for example 1, Control Alt 1 saves this view, and then when you want to switch to that view after you've saved it, it's Alt 1, and the same with all of the subsequent numbers. I hope that helps. So we'll test that now. We'll go to view 1, it's the external nose cam, view 2, cockpit, view 3, wing view, left view, view 4, Alt and 4, Alt and 5, right view, right wing view, Alt 6, left wing view, gear view, Alt 7, Alt 8, nose wheel cam, Alt 9, back to the view we've just set up. Lovely. And what a beautiful, beautiful view that is over central Spain on our way down to Malaga. Right, let's check on the PFD. Let's see what's going on. Still not working. Really not good enough. We're going to have to keep referring to the map here. So altitude, we are climbing through 20,000 feet for 40,000, and we are currently heading 231 direct Pobos, 22 nautical miles inbound. Current ground speed 426 miles per hour with a crosswind of 55 knots, slightly coming off the nose at 313. 20 nautical miles in for Pobos. We're going to have to keep referring to the map. It is what it is. Let's not stress about anything. Let's check the map now, see how we're doing en route. Passing through 20,000 for 40,000, heading southwest. We've left Astro. Pobos is our next waypoint. Z-bar, yes. And you can see we're leaving the east coast of Spain behind, and we are heading inland. Yeah, please drop me a comment, please, in the drop me a comment in the comments section if you know how to get around that PFD issue and why that isn't working on this aircraft type. I really would appreciate it, thank you. Tell you what's quite nice for a flyby view on showcase cam, if we go and pause the aircraft right there, go to showcase cam, it's just something a bit interesting which makes, oh, should we reset position? There we go, caught up with the aircraft, let's turn that off, drone focus 550, sorry, and that with the aircraft. Drone speed, we want to speed up quite significantly, and then once we depress pause we should get an absolutely incredible shot of this A318 hurtling towards Malaga. Get the aircraft top left like that, we hit the pause play button and it should speed towards us, giving us some wonderful cinematic views. Go! There it goes, the Speedbird flying towards the sunset. We'll pause that one and we'll go again, try and get a bit closer. Zoom in a little bit on the showcase cam, we want that much closer, around about 84. Let's just locate the aircraft. There it is in the distance, whiz past us now, giving us a beautiful shot. Take it up a bit, and 3, 2, 1, play. There's the Speedbird 1802 hurtling south towards Malaga. Just a little tip for you. Hope that works. Back in the cockpit. So I'm going to just guesstimate this. We've got 20 nautical miles there. I would say we're around about 5 nautical miles inbound Pobos. Let's have a quick look in the cockpit. 3.1 nautical miles inbound. Okay, we've just passed it, heading direct to Z-bar now, 21 nautical miles inbound. Currently at flight level 263. For flight level 400, and our current speed 300 knots with a ground speed of 432 miles per hour. That crosswind has increased now to 60 knots at 315, We're currently heading 230, so that's straight on the nose crosswind, which really isn't going to help us with our speed. That's why we're currently just under 300 knots. All makes sense if you know your stuff, and I did have somebody tell me yesterday that was watching the live stream that I'm very informative and know my stuff. That is very kind of you, and I hope it's just the way that I explain things for people who are not too familiar with all of the aviation lingo, etc. I like to explain it as clearly and as precisely as I possibly can. A toilet break, ladies and gents. First officer is still in the cockpit. There's no need to panic, but it's an empty aircraft anyway. I hope you're enjoying the flight with us today here at British Airways. Apologies for the delay, ladies and gents. I'm back in the cockpit now. It's your captain with you, Tim Adams. Thank you once again, I'd like to say, for joining us here at Jetstream TV. Without you, none of this would be possible or worthwhile even. We do live stream multiple times per week and screen record everything that's happening, and then that goes up onto our YouTube channel, which is Jetstream TV. So if searching on YouTube and you would like to find us, Jetstream TV channel, you will find us. It is a cockpit logo with Jetstream TV written in the cockpit. That is the logo. Please hit that, look at the channel. This, when it's uploaded, will be our 100th upload. Relatively new channel, just a couple of years old, haven't uploaded for a while, but it's a mainly gaming channel featuring Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, soon to be Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 once they've ironed out some of the issues and addressed the bugs and problems that they've been having since launch. I prefer 2020 because they're taking some of that technology from 2024, implement it into the new game builds on this version as well, and it will be supported for the next 4 years at least, and it just gets better and better with each iteration of the sim. Right then, let's get back into the cockpit, see what's going down. 31,000 feet now. I'll tell you what, we're not going to take it up to 40,000 today. We'll keep it at 32. And we'll go 34,000 feet in the cruise. Click that. Make sure we're still climbing at the rate we need to be. So we should level off very shortly at 34,000. We're currently passing flight level 324. 5 nautical miles inbound to yes. Let's just check where we are on the map regarding the descent. So we're at yes, and we need to be making our descent approximately 150 nautical miles inbound to Malaga, which is here, but we do end up going out over the sea. That's 200 miles. I would say our descent needs to take place around about Bassas, between Bassas and Vibas, to be honest with you. Currently at yes, we're in the cruise for possibly 10 to 15 minutes, and then our descent into Malaga will begin. 35 minutes into the stream now. Thank you once again for joining us here at Jetstream TV. Chasing the sunset on this Malaga relocation flight. I'm hoping it goes down enough for landing. That would be interesting. We could drop it a little bit in the sky. What do you think? Just bring that sun down a little bit. Just tinker with it so we have a beautiful arrival into Malaga. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, that's rather fruity. There we go. That should do us. That makes things look very different. Just ensure we've got all of the correct lights on, etc. Here. Right. Have I selected 34,000 feet? Why is it at 35,000 and still climbing? That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, that's retracted. I'll have them off. Taxi lights off for now. We'll stick all of that on when we're ready for landing. Strobe lights on. Should have done this before takeoff. We just got completely sidetracked. Wing lights on. Nav logos are on. Right, so why are we still climbing to 36,000 feet? Bring that down because we're too high. Should be descending now. And the autopilot's disengaged. What's gone on there? No wonder. No wonder we're heading up to 37,000 feet. Right, let's get that. Why did the autopilot disconnect? Very random. Oh, that does make the scenery look much nicer with the sun coming down over the Mediterranean Sea off to our west. Very nice indeed, yeah. So we're coming back on track now. Let's just check where we are. Yeah, coming back to the track, heading direct Mamis. And just after Babas, in approximately 50 nautical miles, we can begin our descent from 340 down to Malaga. If we look off into the distance, I'm just going to zoom in with this current view. Some high ground on approach into Malaga, so we need to keep it quite high and then descend quickly once we're over the ocean. But there is a lot of low-lying mist in them valleys directly ahead of us. Things that we're going to have to look out for on the way in. And just reset that view. 39 minutes into the stream here on Twitch TV. Thank you again for joining us on Jetstream TV. Currently on board British Airways A318-100 CJCFM Legacy variant on our way down to Malaga, currently in the cruise at flight level 340, departed Valencia around about 20 minutes ago. Flight time today is around about 48 minutes, and we are chasing the sunset through central eastern Spain on the way down to the Mediterranean coast. Just gonna have a little nip of whiskey. It always helps when you're in the cruise to sit back and enjoy an alcoholic beverage. Oh, that warms the old cockles, that does. You'd better believe it. Let's have a look around the aircraft and check out the sunset, shall we, as we get ready to prepare for our descent down to Malaga. There we are in the cruise in the A318, blasting through the air, punching our way through flight level 340. We certainly aren't hanging about today, are we, ladies and gents? Sun not far away from setting. I think on arrival we should get a beautiful sunset, probably timed to perfection with landing on the runway. 42 minutes into the stream now. And you can see that low-lying mist now above the mountains. Okay, we've passed Bazas, sorry, heading direct Vibas now, 27.3 nautical miles inbound, ground speed 448 miles per hour, currently 340. We're now going to descend, excuse me, down to 10,000 feet, as we've got some high ground to the north of Malaga, which we need to avoid. So initially, we'll descend to 10,000 at a rate of 2,500 feet per minute. And you can see the nose of the aircraft just dipping there now. We'll hit manage speed mode, make sure that the speed starts to drop off as well. And we can see on the altimeter centre of the screen 280 the speed, and currently winding back. Flight level 331. Awesome, doing its job. We are descending. Oh, come on. Sorry guys, hit the wrong button. Well, isn't that a rather delicious view off the nose cam? ...44 minutes into the stream now. My estimation, I'm going to say that we're going to be down on the ground in Malaga within the next 15 minutes or so. So we're going to get prepped here, get the cabin crew in their positions for landing. Let's just get over this mountainous terrain first as we come down to 10,000 feet. Quite a tricky but yet very important arrival here into Malaga, with the sun setting off to the west, as you can see on the right hand side of your screen. $29,000 descending nicely. Let's bring that rate of descent down to 3,000 feet per minute. Let's get us down a little bit faster. That nose should drop ever so slightly. There it goes. Excellent, doing as it's told. That is what we like to see. It's a bit of an annoying save off that slight change for camera 8. There we go, that's done. There's our left turn at VBAS, and I'm going to have to redo the camera for the nose wheel now because I've saved it to the wrong key binding. How very clever of you, Timothy. There's the nose wheel. There's the nose wheel. Oh, look at the lights popping into view down below us. Right, let's just save that for camera 7. There we go, that's a new view saved. Let's just check we've got that. Camera 6, left wing 7, 8. Perfect. Love it. Wow, look at this scenery now. This is very, very nice as the sun is setting with all of the little lights, towns and villages beneath us to the north of Malaga, and you can see how mountainous the scenery is here. This is delightful. Coming down over the ocean, we're going to miss all that high ground. Very nice indeed. Let's bring it down a little bit lower at sea level at Malaga. So currently at 20,000. Bring this down even further now. Bring that down to 3,000 feet. Make our rate of descent a little bit more. Let's get us down a bit faster. 3,800 feet. Nose has dropped considerably there. Sun just about to dip below the horizon as we are descending over the mountains of southern Spain now. The towns and villages to the north of Malaga. The lights just starting to pop on as we come into dusk. Beautiful pinks in the sky. This is rather beautiful. Well, we'll get the lights extra switched on for landing. There you can see our route on the PFD, so it kind of is working. We could do with some altitude and stuff, but we can see our route on the way in, so that's nice and simple. Heading direct Unuca, 16 nautical miles, ground speed of 411 miles per hour, slowing. Crosswind of 31 knots at 311 and currently heading 192 degrees. Current time 18:02. Local time, that is. So we've moved down an hour since we took off. So let's get the lights on for landing. Them on. On. And the lights are on. That's all prepped because it's a good chance the sun will actually have gone down by the time we get to Malaga. Beautiful shot over the mountains as we come out over the about to come out over the Mediterranean Sea. Might have to hit screen grab here because that looks delicious. In fact, let me lower our rate of descent because we're coming down very quickly. We'll do 2,000 feet per minute, that's more like it. Check our view out now. Let's get a screenshot for the thumbnail. We get some lights of Malaga off in the distance there with the lovely pinkness in the sky. Now that is a beautiful shot. Just wait for more of them city lights to come in. Get a little bit of the coastline in the mountains, and that should make for a beautiful thumbnail. Really, really nice. Wow, yes, that's the one. Get them mountains there now, just as we're about to go over the sea, and we want the sky in as well. There's our first turn as we come out over the Mediterranean. We can straighten up nicely now. This should give us a wonderful, wonderful shot. Come on, straighten it up, straighten it up. Come on, let's get that sky in the shot. Let's get the sky in the shot. Thank you. That's a nice shot. You will notice a pause on the video here, by the way, guys. When you screenshot in game, it does pause the video ever so slightly. Right, over the ocean right now with a zigzagging manoeuvre on our approach into Malaga. And the sun has completely gone down, ladies and gents. Aircraft lights are on for landing. Have a screenshot of that as well, very nice. We could go direct in here now instead of following this arrival. There's a left-hand turn, right-hand turn, sorry. Let's check what's going on with the map view. So we could go direct Razid and then go for the approach. That would make a lot more sense. Let's go to the FMC. Let's get that done now and avoid all of this arrival nonsense. FMC. Right, we want to go direct Razid. Direct Razid, where are you? There you are. Click that. Yes. Activate direct. Boom. Should make a turn now. Yeah, there we go. Let's direct Razid and then we'll be taking a right hand turn direct to the runway at Malaga. Heading direct to Razid now, as you can see the aircraft coming to Razid. Then we'll be making a right hand turn. Sovem Mike Lima Golf 11, 63 Mike Lima Golf 20. 40 feet higher than sea level Malaga, that's fine, that's all good, being at 3,000 to fly the VOR DME approach for runway 31 this evening. Perfect and wonderful weather, clear skies, very nice, beautiful hazy sunset that we've just had on our approach over the Mediterranean Sea. Heading direct Rizag, or Razig was it now? Right hand turn imminent, and then we should see the lights, the threshold lights of both runways at Malaga very shortly. In fact, we could go direct Sovem, would that make any even more? Let's just go direct Sovem. Direct. Let's lose the map view. Razig. Oh no, where's Sovem then? Why is it taking us to Sovem? We'll stick with Razig. It's all good. We'll stick with Razig on the arrival. Let's get the map up, make sure the FMC is doing what it should be doing. It should be making a right hand turn any minute now. If not, we're going to disengage the autopilot and fly the approach manual. No, there's our right turn. Things are looking good, we are on track. Approximately 20 nautical miles, about 30 nautical miles out now from Malaga. Let's get things configured for the landing. There's the threshold lights of Malaga on the coast. Oh, this is beautiful. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes to landing. Okay, we'll get some flaps in. Flaps 15. Gears coming down. Flaps full. You see more aircraft off in the distance now joining the arrival here at Malaga. Okay, and we are disengaging the autopilots. Cabin crew, seats for landing please, seats for landing. Autopilot's coming out and auto throttle disengaged. I have control. Beautiful orange and pink over the mountains to the north of Malaga there on our arrival. This is delicious, to say the very least.
2,500.
2,500 feet. Continue. Just over 1 hour on the stream now, 62 minutes in. Thank you very much indeed for your company once again on Jetstream TV as you join us on an arrival to runway 31 at Malaga in southern Spain. Bring the throttles back ever so slightly, maintaining that visual, looking toward the end of the runway to get us lined up nicely for the touchdown just past the threshold on 31.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Continue. Decision is to land. Got some frame lag coming in here with the city lights of Malaga, etc. Makes for a very, very beautiful approach at dusk.
500.
500 feet.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Retard, retard, retard. 5.
And there we are on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Speedbird 1802 is with you on 31, vacating to the right when available. Welcome to Malaga. A wonderful 13 degrees right now as the sun sets in the distance. We could have come off on that taxiway, but we'll continue down the runway for now. Take our next available taxiway to the right. There we go. That's perfect. That will do nicely. And then we'll taxi in and try and find an available stand for us to park at. Aircraft on finals there coming in to land on the runway. We're just going to stick it anywhere, ladies and gents. It's an empty aircraft. and we'll just park it off nicely here. Parking brake set. Just go to the external view for now. Let's get the flaps up. Showcase cam on. We'll have a little fly around the airport and see what we've got here at Malaga. And there we are on stand. Beautiful scenery of Malaga in the distance and all of the mountains in the north around the airport. Should we have a look at this aircraft coming in on finals? Increase the speed on this cam. That's more like it. Oh, hello. Oh, easy tiger. Look at this beautiful starry night here, very clear skies over the airport at Malaga here in Spain, just after dusk. Speedbird 1802 successfully landed on a relocation flight from Valencia. Here comes the aircraft on finals. We'll watch this land and then we'll call it a day for the stream today. Thanks very much indeed for flying with us again here at British Airways. And of course Jetstream. Oh, where's he gone? I do believe he's crashed into the sea. What on earth has happened there? Oh, you can hear the waves, that's very nice. What has happened to this aircraft? Oh, it's a business jet. Now that is a nice view. Why is it just frozen? Oh, that makes for a lovely shot, doesn't it? Let's have a look at that. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, yes, we'll follow him in. We'll follow him in. Where's he going? Is he going round? Is he going round? I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll pause it, we're going to get a lovely screenshot of that jet. Right, he's paused. Is he still flying? No, he's still going. Anyway, this makes for an even nicer screenshot, to be honest with you. The coast of Marbella. Oh, that's nice. Nice screenshot. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll zip down to the beach. Isn't that nice and tranquil? And we'll go out with a little bit of ASMR tonight. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here on Jetstream TV. I'm Tim Adams. I'll see you on the next one. Do us a favour, it costs you nothing. Please subscribe to the channel, Jetstream TV channel on YouTube. We stream live 2 to 3 times a week on Twitch TV. Feel free to give us a follow on there. It's Tim's Pilot UK on Twitch TV. Tim's a Pilot to UK. please give us a like, subscribe. It's great to read your comments. It's lovely to know that you're watching the videos and that you're liking the content, and please share it throughout your social media with your aviation like-minded friends. That would be very, very much appreciated. Well, that was our flight from Valencia down to Malaga, done successfully in the Airbus A318 CJCFM Legacy, British Airways, call sign Speedbird 1802. From me, time to sign out. It's getting late and the sun has gone down. I will see you on the next live stream. Much appreciated. Thank you so much indeed for your company. We'll see you on the next flight.